me down and build me up, whatever it takes. Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes.
This is Jim Webb this morning on the drive. I don't know if it's morning while you're watching this, but this morning, honestly, I've got a little rant. It seems like in our industry, we have a lot of people that are screaming from the mountaintops about how screwed up our process is. The road to the sale, as we have called it for years. And that is what is driving customer perception issues, it has driven and is driving it is driven and is driving the customer experience and into a bad one. I wrote on my blog a couple of weeks ago, and that's at jimwebbonline.com. You can go there and see the two articles I wrote about the road to the sale, and that it doesn't need to be trashed. Folks, our sales process in our car dealerships is set up in order for the customer to have a good experience. The problem with what goes on in the car dealership, or has gone on, is not about the process. It's about the people. It's about the salespeople and the sales managers. It's about the salespeople that have been allowed to do things that aren't ethical because they move iron. They're not held accountable. It's been about sales managers that have either allowed these things or have trained these things. It's about finance people that have done the same things. I mean, we've all heard in the car business of some of the unscrupulous things that have been done. Some of the movies that come out are as if some of these things are just absolutely normal, commonplace, but they're not. They're not written in the sales process. The salesperson that tells a customer that a vehicle is equipped in a certain way, knowing that it's not, and then the customer doesn't find it out for a week or two and comes back, that's not about the process. That's about a liar. The situations that we run into where we tell a customer that a used vehicle will get fixed, or that a used vehicle has been fixed, and then they buy it and they come back and we don't fix it. That's not about the process. That's about the people. It's about the thief. He basically stole from that customer by lying to them. What about, the dealership that runs ads on vehicles they don't have, or at prices they can't get to? That's not about the process. That's about the unethical standards of that dealership. See, the road to the sale is based on a customer coming in and being greeted professionally, friendly. Are we going to stop that? Do we need to stop that? And then we go into a qualifying stage where it may be very, very short now. It used to be much longer because they needed brochures. They couldn't get all the information they can today. The sales process, though, is still the same. That qualification, if it's nothing more, then what can I show you today? And they tell you exactly what they found on the internet, what website, everything. Maybe that's all the qualification that goes involved, and they tell us at that time how they're going to pay for it. But the process doesn't change, and the product selection's been made. But what about the people that come in and they say, we're not for sure if we want the LT or the LS package? They know that what's in them, but they don't know which one they want. Well, we need to go make a product presentation, correct? So that they can make a product selection. And part of that product selection and presentation is going to be a demo drive. That's our process. And we do need to evaluate the trade. That's part of our process. And it doesn't matter where they've been. on the internet, or if they've been on there 16 hours, which is what the average is, and been to 5 different websites. Yeah, I know all that. Yeah, I'm a proponent of the road to the sale, and I know all that. I teach that. I'm not ignorant. I'm not living in the past. Some of the people that are making those kind of statements out in our industry are people I respect, and I just really don't understand why they're putting the sales process and the road to the sale on trial when they know that it's about people. They know it's about people. The road to the sale is not, it's not deceptive. It's not a shell game. You know, most of our customers, what they tell us is they don't want to play any games. They don't want to play any games. But guess what? When they try to deal on the internet with many dealers, those dealers may be, they may be coming to some of these seminars and things that some of you guys that are preaching against the sales process, they may be coming to those. But you know what? They sure do make the customer feel like that games are being played, because they won't send them any numbers. They'll tell them numbers over the phone. We give numbers because we want it to be transparent. We want the customer to feel good all the way through the process. And that's the road to the sale. Closing is not a bad word. You know, it's a trial close to find out if that customer feels good after a test drive about that vehicle and it fits. And are you ready to see the proposal of what it's going to take here to purchase that vehicle? Those kind of closes, that's okay. You know what? A salesperson that won't ask for the money is going to have awfully skinny kids. You got to ask for the money. So that's part of the process. Yeah, this is a rant today, but it's also, it's saying, you know, that some of the people that have a big platform in this industry need to stand up and raise their hands up to the public and say, listen, we're trying to eradicate the problems we have, but it's about the people and not the process. So when you come into the dealership, don't be afraid of the process. Be conscious of the people. And then as an industry, let's recruit and train our people so that it's very easy to see quickly that they're honest, they're upright. Make a salesperson show you their evidence manual, their customers. Make them prove that they know what they're doing and they've got people that are happy with them. But let's quit preaching that we've got a sales process that's antiquated and no good anymore. It's about the people. If it takes 3 hours for a customer to come into a dealership and get a price, trade, rate, payment, that is not about the process, folks. That's about the people. There's something wrong with the way somebody's trained if they can't get that information. If you call me today and say, Jim, I need an interest rate, I need a figure on my trade, and I need the price. Okay, I need to know what? I need to know which vehicle. Well, if you can just give me a general vehicle, I can give you a range of price. And if you give me a little bit of information on your trade, I can give you a range. And you know what? I don't even have to know what your credit is to tell you what FICO says that according to your credit score, what your interest rate would be. But those are all estimates, but I'm still giving you a figure. So if somebody's waiting 3 hours to get their numbers, that's not about the process. That's about the people, those people, and what they're doing with the process. It's how they're trained on the process. It's people in there that are trying to do something they shouldn't be doing, or they're not valuing a customer's time. That has nothing to do with the process, folks. That's about the people. Damien Boudreau watched his video this morning, and you know what he says to salespeople? Put the customer first. If we put the customer first, you tell me what part of the process or the road to the sale we need to eliminate. You tell me. That's my question. For all of you that are saying that the sales process is our problem and it must change, if we're going to put the customer first, what part of our process do we need to stop? Have a great day.
And build me